Top of the morning, y'all. My tassel is growing. However, I don't see a corn stalk yet. This one here is not doing anything. And as y'all can remember, before I was able to get one stalk off of each corn. Um, one corn off of each stalk. My bad. And I got to check out these. Like this is my favorite plant, y'all. Like this is my favorite. I've said it several times. I love the beauty of it. It grows really pretty purple flowers. It's a pea plant. However, I'm not getting any peas, so I don't know if it's too hot for them to grow because I'm actually getting the flowers, or either they need more air. Um, so I may have to try to pull them apart, which they're more bunched up in this area here. So I might have to take bamboo sticks and kind of try to like have it open like this right here. Um, like this, if you could see, have it open like this right here. Um, let's see what we got. This is top of the morning, top of the morning. So we did, oh, I didn't show y'all, but I got a cucumber and I'm going to pull it or harvest it later this afternoon. It's dry out here right now. Well, it's wet, but it's better to harvest when it's dry outside because when it's wet, your plants are more prone to get fungus and different diseases. My one little plant flower that I had for my pepper, it died and it didn't get pollinated. I do have, you can see a little pepper there. I don't know what's gonna happen with it, but y'all, I'm one that I hate to give up. Like I hate to give up. Like I know these are not gonna grow anymore. These are not gonna grow anymore. They're yellow. They didn't get pollinated enough. So this afternoon, hopefully it won't be raining, and I'll come out and um, cut them. Well, at least I know I'm gonna cut these two. I'm gonna cut this tomato. I mean potato, cucumber here. It's big enough. Um, my eggplant is doing well as far as I can tell. This is my first year growing, so I'm not for sure. But I have another flower back here, y'all, and these leaves feel so silky. I love it. Um, this, I don't know if that's gonna go into anything or not, but if I could just get this one eggplant, I would be excited. But preferably at least two from this other plant over here. Um, this tomato cucumber here is probably stunted. It's probably not gonna grow anymore. I have, even though it's not yellow, so I'm just gonna keep it on just a little bit longer. Then we have this one here. It has the yellow bottle, and excuse me, itching. I try to keep it off of the ground, which I wrapped it around yesterday, and it's back touching the ground. This one here, I'm probably gonna pull off because it has the yellow one to it. This here is our new baby, right here. Got to get it off the ground. This here is gonna come off. This here is gonna come off, and then I'm gonna clean up some of these other plants. These two should survive. See, they're real pretty green. Let's see. Oh, I had one over here too. We got this baby right here, and it's looking good. It doesn't necessarily have to come off just yet. Ooh, my hair stuck. But a lot of these yellow ones, see the yellow here compared to the green. Let me see if I can get a good. angle so you can kind of see the difference. See how that's green? That's been pollinated. This yellow one started out pollinating, but it didn't get enough, so I might take it off. Sometimes I play with them and just leave them on just to see what happened. See, we have green and yellow here. Cause yeah, these cucumbers like to do their own thing. I harvest usually at least 1 to 2 a day, and they'll start out, y'all, no lie, they'll start out like that little ball right there, and then the next thing you know, you have a full-blown cucumber. But the cucumber also is going wild. It keeps trying to take over all of the plants. Here's the okra. Got okra growing here. Oh, I just knocked the flower off. But okra here, we're going to let it get a little bit taller. Then this weekend, I'm going to go drop off the frozen okra. Let's see what else we got. I'm probably going to pull that one there today. And I will say that one, but I'm not for sure because I think that's the flower on it. Yeah, it's still flowering. These plants get really tall, y'all, over 6 feet tall. So thank God they're flexible, so I can bend them down like this right here, and they bounce right back. Now on to check on the watermelons. The watermelons seem to be doing good still hard. The stem is still green. I don't honestly think, as I always say, that it's gonna grow any bigger, but I like to try my luck on it and see. This one is doing really well. And then we have this one here that is starting to get the yellow from it sitting on the ground. And most people have never heard of growing watermelon on a trellis. I just did research, and because I know that watermelon plants, they grow very, very wild. So, oh, y'all, look. More cucumbers. I'm going to be a cucumber eating fool. I should be thin as thin, y'all. I try to make sure that every day I eat from my garden. Something from the garden. I hope my pepper plants succeed. I can't wait to see my peas. I'm going to go read up on it, but I think the weather's too hot for them. And along with them not having the airspace, but that's what I really think. Because every day or so, I'll have a pretty purple plant like these right here would turn into a pretty purple, or not plant, a pretty purple flower. Here, pretty purple flower, but they're just not giving me anything. But I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be patient. I love being patient because I hate to give away my stuff. Now, once again, these dang on cucumber plants be attacking the other plants. This cucumber plant is attacking my pea plant. And you can take these tentacles off, because really and these grow out wild too. And that's why it's good to, normally I would do a TP steak for all of these, except for the corn. Everything else are in the watermelon and the okra. But my cucumber plants, my peas, my tomatoes, I usually do a TP tent. But this year I decided to be a little bit more on the lazy side, and I did just a regular steak. So let's see what we have going on up here. Let's see. Oh, the sun. Those plants over there are very beautiful, because they do have half shade, half sun. These here on the deck. Shoot, come on out. These here on the deck, you can see it got so much heat that shines first thing in the morning over here that it just like burns my leaves. Like really burns. And y'all look, remember the plant that I was, oh man, I just knocked it off. Shoot, okay. Well, here's two more. Two more flowers. So it grows the flowers, but it's been growing forever, and it finally produced this. After this weekend, I was going to cut this down, and now I see what looks like another one coming here, but I just don't know if I have the patience nor the time to. That may be one there, one here. So I might, but I don't know if I have the patience to try to grow these two babies the same size. I'm gonna tear off this dead leaf. Actually just came off. But this is my beefsteak tomato, and I really need to get it. I really need to get all these in a pot. Everything except for this. This is my basil. Basils help to keep aphids and things like that away from your tomatoes. So does marigold, and they're pollinators. Basils are not pollinators, but marigolds are. And I tried to grow marigold this year and last year, and neither year I was successful. So I believe it was the packet of seed. So my tomato plants are starting to lose its cool, but I have tomato here. These yellow flowers can produce a group of tomatoes. Let me take this off the phone. Can produce a group of tomatoes. I have yellow flowers here, yellow flowers there. I actually have some red tomatoes there. So this, and these are all from this plant here. As you can see, it look deader than a doorknob, but it is still producing plants. Have plenty of flowers here, and long as it gets pollinated, we are good to go. And I had this sitting up, but this is my baby right here. And this plant here is the same as that tomato plant there that is long overdue to be in a bigger pot. Because you see how tall it can get, and right now it's growing a tomato which is going to be stunted. This tomato here is going to be stunted because it's not in a big enough pot, so the roots are not able to grow the way that they should. I don't know if I'm going to get anything else off of here. I did get about 3 or 4 tomato plants off of it. I mean, tomatoes off of it. I don't know if I'm going to get any more because I don't see any flowers on it. Here's my peppers. I'm going to come out, cut these down today. Not all of them, just some of the larger ones because they're very top heavy, and I'm going to take them to my mom. Oops, I thought I was doing good without bugs, which actually has been better this year than any other year. So what I'm going to do is come out and I'm going to spray it with some organic insecticide, pesticide, and fungicide. But looks like there's a little bug around here, so, and not these bugs here, it's worms, hookworms. We got one here, and these should get about this size. So I'm not worried about that plant. This plant here I grew from the, oh my gosh, I can't think of the word that I want to use. But they're plants that grow in between the main tomato plant, if you can see up in here. This is the main tomato plant, so it'll grow up. And they're called suckers. So this is my first year ever growing suckers, because everything I read initially when I first started gardening back in 2019, it always said just take the suckers out, because the nutrition and the energy try to go to the suckers. Well, lo and behold, I read something this year and said, no, you can actually grow roots from the suckers. So I put them in a water bottle. I got videos of that, but I put them in a water bottle, watched them grow, the seeds, the roots grow, and now they are producing flowers. They won't get as big as they can, because I actually have 3 in this pot, and it definitely the pot should actually be bigger, but it should only have 1. But it is growing. Like I said, it's growing flowers there, flowers there. This one here has flowers growing here. That's from this pot here. This one here has a tomato growing. I don't see any more flowers at the moment, but I got flowers down here, and this is from the suckers. Oh, and I didn't think I had flowers here, so I got flowers here. I'm not gonna give up. This here supposed to be parsley. Doesn't look like parsley, so I think it's just weed. These are my peppers that I have been growing since May, and they're finally trying to do something. And these are peppers that I purchased from I purchased a pepper from the store, and then I used the pepper seeds. So they're trying to do a little something. But the biggest one of all is I have these tomato plants that tomato plants does not take that long to start growing. But it has been, I think I did these back in March, and all of a sudden I came outside about 2 weeks ago, and then there was 1, then the next day there was 2, and then the next day there were 4. So they're okay with being in the pot that they're in for right now, because they are so small. I don't know if they're going to get bigger. Well, actually, I might need to put them in something else, because if you look right here, you can see the root of that one coming out. You can see the root of this coming out, and I could easily add dirt to it also, but I might go ahead and separate those today. I'm gonna put that on my list to separate them today and put them in a pot like of this size here. But then I gotta find pots for these plants to go in. So that is 4. I'm not worried about this one. This basil. Basil be okay. But the tomatoes most definitely need to come up out of these pots here, because they are prematurely growing. I'm gonna just play it by ear with these here that took forever months to grow. So yeah, and another thing, I should have put my shade cloth up earlier, this is my shade cloth. I've had it for about 2 years, maybe 3, and I finally decided to put it up. So it has been protecting the plants some. And the good thing is I didn't have to water this morning, because I usually water every morning and every afternoon. I come out and I water because it's so hot out here. Even I spray the leaves, I spray the soil for these plants here. And by evening time, they are dried out. Now, the ones that's on side of the house, they, I can water them, in the morning or the afternoon. And typically, I water them in the afternoon. I could do in the morning, because most people would suggest in the morning or later in the afternoon after the sun goes down, because if you do it when the sun is still up, then you can burn your leaves, as well as you can burn the roots of the plant because of the water getting hot from the sun. I tried a little bit of both ways, y'all, because I like to experiment and just see what happens, you know. And also, this is my first year growing this many tomato plants. Last year, I had such abundance. So far, I've gotten three Ziploc bags full of cherry or grape tomatoes. Not cherry tomatoes, but grape tomatoes. I've gotten beef slicing tomatoes. I've gotten tomatoes that we've eaten. And y'all, at the end of the day, I'm going to miss my baby girl. They have moved and left. And so she won't be out here to help me pick. But maybe I can get my oldest granddaughter to come because she loves to actually eat the fresh fruit as well as help water and prune the garden. But yeah, this is my morning. Oh, and my mint. My mint done died 2 or 3 times and came back alive. My dill, this dill smells so freaking good. This was my cilantro. It's done. Once it starts to get these flowers on it, that means it's done bolted. And they say you can get seeds from it, but I don't know. I don't know about that. I read things, but I'm also a person who will just come and just see. So, but this dill smells so good. This is my first year growing dill. But yeah, anywho, y'all have a blessed day. I know it's a pretty long video. Watch it to the end and watch me on my journey. Have a great day. My view. And I'm hoping that these here just decide that they want to grow. And at this point, I don't even know what they are. I started mixing and matching because months had went by before they, grew anything. So, but I'll be back with y'all later on today to show you my harvest if it's not raining. Alrighty. Bye-bye.